going on, people? Wanted to do a brief video real quick about the consequences of not investing in yourself and doing the hard work. You see a lot of videos on here saying that, I have, a way for you to make $10,000 a month, with this secret, formula that it's not really secret. I want you people to just really understand that majority of the people are not giving you sauce. I'm not saying that it's not some that are. I'm saying that the vast majority of these people are not giving you sauce. They're not sourcing anything. They're coming up with clickbait things that'll make you click on their video so that you'll view it. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to educate people. I'm here to share my knowledge, my education over the vast years, and working in finance, doing mortgages, investment projects, helping out with projects, and really trying to scale myself and my community to be able to share info amongst each other. It's not just for me. This community is to be able to bounce information amongst each other. It's to be able to crack down on the problems that I saw I had, which was, being in a space where there's not a lot of people that were financially literate and had a financial background, where so it would make sense to them to, continue in that field, but I would just say that investing in myself has paid off. Invest in reading constantly. I have kids, I have a family, and when I hear people say, oh, well, I don't really have a lot of time, I do understand that, but at the same token, it's like, well, who does nowadays? Like, if you're busy, most people are busy. So then I'm trying to share info and ways for people to be able to monetize off of, not only but for those that have the ability to have some additional time. Those that may not have as much time, I'm trying to share some tips and ways for you to generate some income in ways such as creating your own digital art, sourcing some older things you may have around your house for additional funds to help start building towards a goal. But you got to start somewhere, depending on what your end goal is for whatever it is. It could be to purchase a home, to get a car, to take your family on vacation. Well, what are the steps that's going to be needed? You're going to have to stay focused. I see people like, oh, well, I go to school and I do this. So you'll get up early to get educated to do this. And then later in life, you don't use the degree, or you're not putting it into any use. It's like, oh, well, I got to constantly do this and do that. Yeah, no matter what you do in life, it's going to cost you. You're going to have to work very, very hard at no matter what you do. And the people that are successful, they tend to work very, very hard. And it's not until one day that breaks through for all their hard work that things start to fit like a well, put together puzzle. It doesn't work that way for everybody, And the point I was making is that people can share success stories with you, but their success is not your success. Don't get, confused and run off the road paying attention to somebody else. The worst thing you probably could do is pay attention to other people, because you don't know why they're doing what they're doing. You don't know how they got where they got. Might see them and you're like, oh, well, they successful, and I want to be like that. Not, they got a nice car and a nice house, and, and that's cool. It's good to look forward to something and to have aspirations, but at the same time, don't idolize what other people have going on, because you really don't understand their life, and they're not you, and you're not them. And the specifics about their life that you don't have, and specifics about their life about your life that they don't have. So, in regards to both people, like, you're very different. You're going to have very different circumstances, meaning you may have very different outcomes using the same formula and doing the same exact things. So, meaning, regardless of whatever it is that you do, you're going to have to work hard and make sure that you put in the effort to get the outcome that you would like. Start from scratch. It's just about having the proper information is what I was taught. And having the proper information helps to keep you guided. It structures you. It gives you a foundation to market after. It allows you to then again be able to push forward in many different ways. And as I said before, you also have to learn to disregard the confusion that goes on. It's hard weeding out proper information sometimes. And I know it's a lot of information, especially if you're not used to, financial literacy. The words that are being used, the terminologies, the math that's involved. And I think that you should negotiate with yourself to make yourself the best version of you that you can, and never get down about where you're at, because that's what the hard work comes in at. Because you can always look at it like, well, never be too down on yourself, because you're not who you're going to be one day. This is not the end result. Bad times come. I've had plenty of days. Matter of fact, today was a, kind of like one of those days where I had some back-to-back information that was just like, what the heck? What the hell am I gonna do about this shit? But you know what? Again, if every situation that comes, you bend and fold and break and do all these different things for, then you're not probably prepared to be in charge and do the things that you think you're really ready to do. Because you have to learn how to be a leader, and a leader has to deal with a lot of things that are broken. And you have to learn to stay structured and diligent at making sure that the process continues in the proper way. It's your job to basically be Mr. Fix It. You need to know how to fix problems, and you need to know how to be efficient, and you know how to do it properly, and make sure that you're not disrupting or doing anything in a negligent or disregarding way to yourself, your employees, or your business. I'm saying this information to say that if you really want things in life, you must push forward. You must. It's a must. You must push forward. Nobody's going to hold your hand through this, man. Trust me. Nobody's coming to save you. I promise you. Promise you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Save yourself. Have belief that you can get this done. It's going to be hard times. And it's going to be some good times, too, because it's just a season. It's not going to last forever. Make sure that you stay treating yourself like a person that you would look after. You know what I mean? Like somebody you care about, how you would treat them. You need to learn how to treat yourself that way. You get up every day and go out here and hustle and bustle for another person. And you got to be there at a certain time. You got to take break at a certain time. You got to be on accordance with what that job has applied for your job description. So why not create something like that for yourself? You're not that important to you that you wouldn't structure yourself to say, hey, when I'm done with helping somebody else with their dream, I think it might be a little bit important for me to keep working at mine. Because the worst thing you could do is not do that. First thing people are definitely quick to say, what if it doesn't work? Well, one thing for sure you could definitely bet on is it won't work if you don't do nothing. That's for sure. You can take that how you want to, but don't do nothing and see what happens. Sometimes doing nothing is doing something. Just don't do nothing in life. Just watch what happens if you do nothing. Just don't do nothing. See what happens. You just think life just gonna ignore you like you a fly? No. You'll see. I wouldn't play with it. It's what I'm saying. And being an adult and having character and wanting to do better, that's just getting you one step closer. Like, start somewhere. That's a goal that's achievable. That's reachable. I want to start doing something. Okay, so where do we start from there? What can I read? What could I do? What group could I be a part of? What person can I get some insight, information from that may help me get further in this? I had to source those people out throughout my career of doing mortgages and not doing finance and taking some time for family, like you learn things, but you got to be willing to dive in for yourself. Be willing to dive in. That's what I'm gonna say. Don't let yourself get too behind in life. Make sure that you staying structured. Make sure that you staying focused. Everything will be all right. You know what I mean? Everything will be quite fine. Just know, Dollar Diplomat got your back. Till next time.